Feel me like a Hellcat.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Before this video starts, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. Also, before this video starts, don't forget to follow me on Instagram right here, and all my other social media will be down below if you guys want to check me out on there. So with that, we're going to be learning 4 false cuts that you guys can learn with some practice. False cuts are definitely an essential when it comes to Magic because you need to, if you have like a setup deck, you need to be able to shuffle the cards without really shuffling them. So here are 4 different ways you can do a false cut, and with that, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay everybody, so let's go ahead and get right into this. So as you can see, I have arranged this deck in new deck order. That way, whenever I execute these cuts, you can actually see that they are indeed false cuts. So let's go ahead and get right into this first one here. So it's pretty easy. It looks a little something like that. Okay, and as you guys can see, the order has not been disturbed at all. It's still in brand new deck order. So let's go ahead and learn how to do that. So what you're going to do is you are going to hold the deck in middle grip. If you don't know what that is your middle and index finger here on the top edge, thumb here on the bottom edge, and you're going to swing cut half the cards into your other hand. So if you don't know how to swing cut, I'll go ahead and go over that. So you're going to break off with your index finger about half the pack, just like that. So take your index finger and pick up on half the deck, and then reach over to your left, depending on what hand you're holding it. If you're holding it in your right hand, reach to your left. If you're holding it in your left hand, to your right, but I'm holding it in my right hand, so you're gonna go to your left, just like that, as far as you can, and this finger, or this hand, is going to come over and pinch it with the thumb and base of your palm right here, and grab it just like that. Now, traditionally, a swing cut would end with you putting this pack on top just like that, but that would actually be cutting the deck. So what you're going to do is you're still holding it right here, and instead of putting this on top like you normally would, you're going to click the 2 packets together just like that. And what that has done is that's kind of allowed the spectator to kind of lose memory of which pack is which. So whenever you click just like that, they kind of have this visual of the packs touching, but at the same time, they're not really being cut. So whenever you click, what you're going to do is you're now going to drop what's the bottom packet here on the table. Take this next one in your hand and drop it back on top just like that. So essentially all you've done is look, this is the top pack, it's going in your hand, this is the bottom pack. You're going to click it, you're going to put the bottom pack on the table and put the top pack right back on top. So essentially you're just taking the bottom off and then putting the top right back on top of it. And it looks a little something like that. So it really does look like you're actually cutting the deck just like that, when in reality the deck has not even been disturbed at all, just like that. So that is the first and easiest false cut we will be learning today. So let's go ahead and get right into the next one. Okay everybody, so here's the next one. It looks a little something like this. Just like that, and as you can see, the order of the deck has not been disturbed at all. So new deck order. So let's go ahead and learn how to do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold it in middle grip like we talked about earlier. So now you're, instead of swing cutting off half the pack, you're just going to spread that. You're just going to swing cut about a third of the pack. So swing cut about a third of the pack into this hand, and now you're going to do it again. You're going to break off another third of the pack, and you're going to, whenever you put it on top of this pack, so you're going to put it on top of this pack, and whenever you do that, you're going to catch a break with your pinky just like that. So now you're holding a spot under those 2 packets. Now you're going to take this packet here and lay it on the table just like that. And now you're going to come over with this hand and grab this pack in middle grip, and you're just going to grab at that break. So you're going to grab everything at that break, and you're going to lay this on top as well. And now you have this small packet of cards, and this is optional. You don't have to do this. You literally could just lay this on top and it would look real enough, but a little more cutting if you want to add more cuts to it. You could do that swing cut we just learned just like that fake swing cut, and as you can see, it has not disturbed the order at all, and it looks like you really did cut up the cards a little bit. And as you can see, one more time, deck has not been disturbed at all. So let's just go over that one more quick time. So swing cut about a third of the cards, swing cut another third, catch a pinky break just like that, lay this pack on the table, and if you want, you can do that fake swing cut we learned earlier, and it is not disturbed the order at all. So that was that false cut, and now let's go ahead and learn the next one. Okay guys, so this swing cut is a little more tricky for you beginners out there, but it's going to look a little something like that, okay? And as you can see, it has not disturbed the order at all. So let's go ahead and learn how to do this one. So you're going to hold this in middle grip, And just like the last one, you're going to swing cut over about a third of the cards into this hand. So swing cut over about a third of the cards into this hand. Now you're going to break off another pack, about a third of it, like you're going to swing cut, but you're not. What you're going to do is now you're holding this with your middle and index finger, so your ring finger and pinky are not holding anything. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over with this hand, and you're going to grab that pack with the tip of your thumb, just like that, and your ring finger. So now you're kind of holding this like a spiral staircase is kind of how I like to put it. So it kind of looks like a spiral staircase. So now you're holding these 3 packets with this hand. So again, you're going to come over and grab that, and whenever you grab that, you're going to go from here, and now your hand's going to come to this middle packet, pinch it with the base of your palm and your thumb here. Grab that middle packet out and hold it in mechanics grip. I don't think I've really gone over mechanics grip yet, so if you don't know what that is, that's essentially your middle ring, pinky on the edge here, thumb going up the other edge, and then your index finger going over the top edge, just like that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to, once you grab that pack, you're going to extend your index finger just like that, turn your hand over, and now you're going to grab the bottom edge of this top packet that you're holding with your thumb and thumb and index finger in this right hand. So you're going to come over, you're going to swivel it. So now you're holding it with your 2 index fingers. You're going to swivel it just like that and catch it in this hand just like that. And now you're holding this with your ring finger and thumb. You're just simply going to drop it on top, okay? So if you didn't get that, I'll go over it briefly again really quick. So you're going to, again, middle grip, break off a third of the cards, swing cut into this hand. Break off another like you're going to swing cut, but you're not. Come over with your ring finger and the tip of your thumb. Grab that kind of like a spiral staircase. And now you're going to come over whenever you bring this here. You're going to go straight from here to this middle packet with your thumb and hand, and just grab that middle packet out. Extend your index finger, swivel cut that card into this packet, and then drop this packet on top, just like that, full speed. It'll look a little something like that. It's all muscle memory. You'll eventually memorize every move, and as you can see, as said, it does not disturb the order of the cards. So that was that false cut, and now let's go ahead and learn the last and probably the most tricky one to learn of all of these. Okay guys, so this false cut looks a little something like this, just like that, and as you can see, deck is not disturbed. One more time, it looks a little something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn how this one is done. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to hold it in middle grip, and just like the previous ones, you're going to swing cut about a third of the deck into this hand. You're going to do it again, and you're going to break off a pack, and instead of swing cutting flat and flush with the deck, what you're going to do is kind of out jog it a little bit, about a third of the way up the pack, just like that, and then you're going to lay this next pack on top, okay? So now this is sticking out a little bit, so what you're going to do is you're going to kind of hold it like this. So after your swing cut, you kind of have swing cut it, and it's going to be in your hand, flat in your hand. So you're going to extend your fingers up just like that. So your index finger is kind of supporting this deck from the bottom, okay? And then your middle, ring, and pinky, you're going to be holding this with your thumb's going to be on this side holding it. So now you've elevated this deck, okay? So now what you're going to do is while this is being held up in this hand, you're going to come over with your index finger with your right hand, and you're going to come over and you're going to basically, as you can see, this deck is kind of a good ways past my thumb here, so this is going to take a little bit of practice. This is always the trickiest part when I was first learning this false cut. But you're going to swivel this deck, spin it kind of off your middle finger, just like that. And you can kind of move your thumb a little bit, but usually it'll just be able to kind of pop past your thumb, just like that. So it's going to have to go past your thumb, and you're going to spin it off your middle finger, and then hold the pack just like this. And now, basically, with your thumb and index finger, and your ring finger is going to come over and turn this packet just like that. So now you're going to hold it like, so you're holding it like this. Your ring finger is going to come under and turn this packet just like that. And now you're just holding this with your 4 fingers and thumb, okay? That might take a little bit of practice if you never really handled a deck of cards. But for you guys who have handled a lot of deck of cards, that shouldn't be too hard. So now you're in this position with this this hand right here. So you're holding these 2 cards with this gap in between them, okay? So what you're going to do is a Charlier cut. If you don't know what that is, basically it's where you cut the deck with one hand. So that's basically what you're going to do here. If you guys need an in-depth tutorial for the Charlier cut, I will leave a link down in the description below where you guys can learn the Charlier cut. But there are plenty of tutorials on YouTube. You should just be able to search it up. But what you're going to do is you're going to basically drop this pack here on the bottom. And that might take a little bit of practice, but you guys should be able to eventually get it. So just move your index finger out of the way, kind of out it this way, just like that. So it's here, just go that way, and then drop everything at that gap, just like that. So now that packet's falling in your hand. you're going to take your index finger on the bottom here, and you're going to push that bottom packet up, making this tent shape, and you're going to just let that packet fall just like that. And now before you close the Charlier, you're going to take this pack that you flipped over in your right hand here, and you're going to basically kind of put it up against the edge of this pack, and you're going to drop it on top and close the cut just like that. Okay, and as you can see, deck is not disturbed. One more time, we'll go over this very quickly. Swing cut a third, but out jog it, drop this pack on top, elevate it, come over with this finger, spin this off your middle finger, flip it over, Charlier. Before you close the Charlier, flip over this packet just like that, close it up, and it has not disturbed the new deck order. And there you have it, guys. Those were 4 false cuts that you can put into any Magic routine you want that involves a setup, or just wherever you need to do any false cuts. I hope these come in handy. I use them quite often whenever I'm doing the tricks that involve a setup, or if I've controlled a card to the top and I just kind of want to keep it on the top. There's a lot of ways you can use these false cuts. But thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button, all that stuff. Don't forget to check out social media, and let's try to get to 150 subscribers before the end of February, because it's already kind of close to the end of January. Before the end of February, let's try and get to 150 subscribers. And with that, I will see you guys on the next video. See you later.